Good morning, welcome to another Costa Women Hangout with me, Fiona Catchpole, broadcasting from you today from, I forgot where I am actually, I seem to be moving around a lot later. I'm in Riviera del Sol on the Costa del Sol, and my special guest today is Maxine Raynor. Good morning, Maxine.
Hi, good morning, Fiona, and thanks a lot for having me.
Whereabouts are you?
Oh, I'm in a little town to the north of Madrid, and today's actually a holiday in Madrid. So, yeah, we're having a rest.
Fantastic. So this is the absolute wonder of the internet and Google Hangouts, that I can be sat down here talking to you and finding out about everything that you do and sharing with all the other Costa women. Now, the one thing we're going to talk about mostly is moneysaverspain.com, which is featured on the Costa Women website, but of course it is your own website as well. Tell us about it and how it started.
Okay, well, the idea started a few years ago because I was reading in the British press all these horror stories about people having to leave Spain in droves because they just couldn't afford to live here. So I thought, yeah, this can't be right. Spain is not an expensive country, even taking into account differences in currencies. So I thought maybe the real reason is that people don't really know how they can save money, where they can buy the same items cheaper. And that was just the general idea behind it. So I started up a website. I had actually no idea about technology or websites. In fact, a little secret, I was actually pulled out of quite a bit of money for just setting up my website. But anyway, learn a lot from experience.
Let's just have a look at that website. So I will swap over the screens now and you can talk us through it. Oh, no, that's Costa Women, but we can talk about that one in a minute. This is your one here, moneysaverspain.com. For somebody who wasn't very good at technology, I think it's pretty awesome.
No, that's because I have somebody who does it for me. I really don't know anything about technology. I'm learning every day, and as we can always say, if I had known 3 years ago what I know now, well, things would be so much different.
So there's all sorts of top tips on here, isn't there? I mean, buying in a store, knowing your consumer rights, and lots of money saving tips, but it's all to do with, as the name says on the tin, saving money in Spain.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically split up into 4 or 5 different areas. Sometimes some of the articles, it's a bit difficult to know where they slot in. But I've tried to split it up into shopping, house and home, money, and oh, right now I've forgotten the other one. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Oh, and offers too. We have special offers.
Yeah, offers, shopping, leisure and time, house and home, money, blog.
So try and get at least 2 to 3 new articles out a week. And also every Thursday there's a newsletter that you can see actually there at the side. So the newsletter's got all the latest offers, discounts, and consumer news. And that's turned out to be a lot more popular than I thought, that people are really interested in the consumer news.
And that's where in the box there you can actually put in your email address and you'll get a regular update on all the news and things that you've put together for that week.
That's right. I mean, I've just been putting it together this morning. It'll be going out later this afternoon. And let's see, one of the things that's in this week, there'll be offers on new TVs at Carrefour and Media Mart. You have to take along your old TV and you'll get quite a bit of money off a new one. And
that's cool. I mean, well, is it any TV? Like these smart ones, you know, everybody, all the expats are not able to get their English channels anymore, so if they had a smart TV, they could get it over the internet.
Yeah, well, the MediaMarkt promo is really interesting because you take along your old TV and they give you, I think it's €2 for every kilo that it weighs. That's given to you as a discount when you buy a new TV. So if
that's so cool. So if you found one of the really, really old heavy ones, then you're going to get loads of.
Yeah, the Carrefour one, that's a bit, they've been a bit sneaky there because you can take along any old TV, but you have to have the remote control, the original remote control, and the original cables too. So if you're like me, where your kids drop the remote control and you have to buy a new one every few years, then you can't take along your OTV to carry foot.
Yeah, I know we've had a couple of remote controls, victim of the dogs, got killed by the dogs. So, and I've never been able to actually get a replacement for it. So that's not going to work for me. But where do you find out about these offers, and how does it all come about?
Oh, well, that's where I really annoy all my family, because I spend all day on the internet. I'm looking at Facebook pages, on Twitter, and then there are 2 or 3 Spanish sites that I look at every few days, and they have a lot of the offers, so really I'm pinching them, pinching the information from other websites. But I'm trying to look.
I think the posh phrase isn't it called curating content? See,
oh, okay.
You've got the hard work for us.
The thing is, sometimes it's a bit difficult to think what people might be interested in. There are some things that I think are really interesting that people just couldn't care less about, and other things that turn out to be really popular. And I thought, oh, that was surprising. So yeah, it's a learning curve. I'm learning all the time. Yeah.
And for the Costa women ladies, I'm just in a moment. I'll find the slot again on the website. They can actually go straight to your blog on the Costa Women website, can't they?
Well, what I do there, I take an extract from the newsletter, because it's a bit too long. At the beginning, I was posting the whole thing, but it's just too long. I think if anybody's interested in receiving it, they can sign up for it. And on Costa Women, what I do, I just take a few of the articles that I think are really interesting for the ladies, especially, and I put them up on the blog every week.
Oh, so that's cool. So it's all sort of cherry picked, particularly. Oh, I like this one. Mid-season sale at Marks and Spencer's. Although that was ending in March.
That's an old one, yeah.
That's an old one. Oh, I'll have to look for the other ones. But we can find you. So up here in blogs, yeah. And or either we can Google you, Costa Women you. Sorry, I don't mean that. We can search for you on here, can't we, within the blog section. So, oh, here we go. Money saving tips offers May 2014. There we go. British Pathé Film Archive on YouTube.
Yeah, that was
Meal deals.
Yeah, the film archive. Yeah.
Well, what we'll do is we'll make sure we put the links to specifically to that part of the blog on the website, underneath all the video and everything that we're doing now. So, and what else do you do there in Madrid apart from sitting on the internet all day, researching what needs to go on the really, really useful newsletter? What do you do in your downtime?
Oh, downtime, what's that? Well, I really like to get out to the countryside. As I said, I live in a town to the north of Madrid, so it's just get in the car and just drive up into the mountains and spend some time there. I mean, it's lovely. In the winter we have snow, and in the summer it's a lot cooler. So it's really nice to get into the countryside. I don't have any dogs, just a turtle, so that's not much fun. You can't take that out.
It might be interesting. It would give the neighbours something to think about, wouldn't it?
And trying to get a bit into gardening. It's never been my favourite thing, but I'm trying to get into it now because I've heard it's really relaxing. So, but we'll see about that. I'm not actually convinced yet. It seems a bit like too much like hard work.
Yeah, I've never really been into that sort of thing. I tried doing hanging baskets once, and I kept forgetting to water them. My dad was a very avid gardener, and I like looking at nice gardens, but I'm not one to do it myself.
Oh yeah, I've got loads of books, but they look very nice on the shelves because they've got lots of flowers on the covers. So yeah.
That's really cool. That's really cool. And when did you become a part of Costa Women? How did you come across network?
Oh, well, that would probably be a couple of years ago. Oh, or maybe longer. I'm not quite sure. And I didn't really know about it. And then Ali was one of the first people to follow me on Twitter, and she told me all about it. I said, oh, that sounds great. I think one of the things here, being in Madrid, I'm really away from the main area where most of the expats live. And it's great to be able to get an insight into the type of things that they're interested in, because I've been in Spain so long now. I tend to mix more, well, for a long time now, I've mixed more with Spanish people than with British people. So it was really nice to find somewhere where I could get an insight into what these people were interested in. And it's great to see that there's a lot of women who either have their own business or are thinking of setting up business, and I think that's great.
Yeah, and I think it's also how the, you know, like I said at the beginning, the power of the internet and how it actually brings the community together. And you know, online social networking gets bad press at times because it says we spend too long on the computer and not enough face to face. But I think if we didn't have it, I don't think we would start the face to face conversations. Does this count? I wonder. Are we online social networking, or is this counting as face to face, or are we merging the two worlds together?
Well, I think, for me personally, one of the things I'd be really interested in the future, because I've heard that you yourself and other people have lots of networking events in Andalusia. Maybe if they could be broadcast in such a way as this, as a Google Hangout, then that would be great in order to be, you know, to feel part of the community. Yeah. No,
that would be really, really cool. Is that me or you that left the Skype switched on?
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry.
No,
yeah, no, it would be really cool to have a webcam in the corner of one of the rooms one time, or one of the sessions. And there is a way of doing it. I follow a guy called Ronnie Bintzer. He's called the Hangout Helper on Google Plus, and he does actually do mobile broadcasting. It's a little bit of a feat of engineering, and it would be really cool if we can manage to pull that off one day. So I think I need to practice with all the bells and whistles a little longer. And then it would be really nice then to have like a live session. I mean, that would be the first thing I would really like to do is do more Google Plus Hangouts that are live. So, well, yeah. This is live, but I mean have more people actually watching and interacting. So you could be on the panel of experts. We could have 3 or 4 people. You can have up to 9 people within a Hangout, and then you could have an unlimited audience watching. I have daydreams every now and then of trying to organise the biggest Google Plus Hangout on air live ever. So to see if we can Costa Women.
That would be really fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll look forward to that in the future, you know, and being able to feel more of a part of the Costa Women community. That would be great.
Well, we'll make that part of the plan of action, and I know we'll probably have some sort of birthday celebration coming up soon for the Marbella branch, and then perhaps lots of webcams set up, and you can all join in Madrid and Javier and all the other different regions where the Costa Women people are.
Right, great. I just wanted to have a
well, listen,
Yeah.
No, sorry, carry on. Say again.
Yeah, if I could just make a request. Yeah, I'd be really interested to find out, especially from the Costa Women community, what type of information they'd be interested in knowing about. Because as I said earlier, you know, sometimes what I think is interesting isn't interesting at all. And so it'd be really great if I could get some feedback. And as you said, for example, a hangout on air, but you know, with a group of people would be an interesting way to be able to get that type of feedback.
Well, we'll work on that, and we will make it happen.
Oh, great, thanks.
Listen, thanks ever so much for taking the time out from writing your newsletter today, and I look forward to catching up with you very soon in a big film strip or on the major Costa Women hangout that Ali doesn't know about yet, but we're going to be planning and working.
Okay, thanks a lot for having me, Fiona, and I'm so sorry about that interruption from leaving the Skype on.
No worries. Have a great day, Maxine. Speak to you soon.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Bye.